Good morning, everybody. Good morning to another build day here at Las Conchas del Mar in the Philippines, beachside. Well, as I showed in the last video, I come in late last night and seen the house after all the inside has now been painted and all nice and clean. But there's still a whole lot more work to do, a lot more to do. Right now, we are pulling camera wires for security cameras. And Melinda's been giving the floor a mop down, but we've been getting it back dirty right behind her. As quick as she's mopping, we're making dust in here again, tracking in and out. Told her, I think your mopping effort is futile until we finish a bunch of stuff up here that's going on right now. But out of the assignment, we have done one little thing. We have brought up our dining room chairs and set them here just out of a little bit of excitement. But let me show you what else is going on. So outside right here, I've got Ronnie back to doing some tile work. He's taking some tiles that I had left from that front bedroom with that wood grain look to them, and I had some scraps of them down here as well that he could utilize. And he is tiling the top of my little outdoor bar, and I think the wood grain's gonna look pretty darn good up here. Gotta be sure and get these as tight as you can. I just moved them a little bit. You might want to clean between there and get it as tight as you can there, because I want no grout line, okay? Yeah. And so nevertheless, that's what he's got going on up here. And then later I'm gonna go pick him some tile up to work on another room, another project. But until then, I figured he could go ahead and knock this out since I have this tile on hand. And he's been doing me a good job too. There was supposed to be an air conditioner guy here putting in this split air and the condenser units up on the roof, and he gave me a time that he was going to be here, but he has no-showed on me again. He showed up the other day already at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening when we've already worked all day and it's quitting time for us, and we're tired and wore out and was trying to eat our dinner. And so we're like, it's not going to work like that. So he promised me he would be here this morning at 9 a.m. But once again, no bueno. Really hard. You got it now? And so we're trying to all the wires pulled through these conduits and get security cameras back up and going as well. We're going to test these and make sure the wires are good after we pulled on them and all, because that's not like the best grade in the world, and if you pull it too hard, these ends will mess up right here. So we're going to test it real quick. Well, it's lunchtime right now. Ronnie got the towels up here on top of this outside bar. They're pretty dirty right now. Need to clean them up, but man, they are gonna look great, great, great. And apparently, there's going to be a little chipping done right here. Yeah, I didn't see that because, apparently this didn't get poured out of 45. It looks like a little bit of cutting and chipping is going to have to be done here. Well, darn. Well, that's the way it goes. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, And so you see this sticking up here. This is going to have something coming up right there here real soon. It's going to look pretty cool, I think, right there. I'm hoping to go ahead and put that in as well. Just a little bit of work going on here everywhere. Miller's been down in the bottom of that pond down in there with that big grinder, grinding that floor, knocking off all the slag that had dropped and stuff from doing that rendering, making it nice and slick. Appreciate him doing that, making that extra effort there to make it nice. The guys are here putting in these split air units right now. The gentleman that I hired to do this is the guy that came and fixed my washing machine. And I told him when the time come to do these AIRCONs that I was gonna hire him to do it, and that's just what I did. So it's the one in the living room they're putting up right now. It slides over a little bit, it don't go exactly where he's got it there. Hopefully he can get it slid over. Remember try to push that thing over some to the left. Yeah, I noticed it was a little bit over close to this door over here. It's got to get over that way more. He said he'll get it done. And they took the one that I had hanging on the wall there in the bedroom down so they can also pull the Freon lines through, gas lines as you might want to call them, and the signal wires and all there. So that's what's happening there on that. And I guess they're up on the rooftop right now, most likely, working on doing a little bit of connections up there also. Downstairs, I've had Melinda and Jonah Lynn taking everything out of that glass display cabinet. It's kind of like a china cabinet or a hutch. It's been like a liquor cabinet because Melinda has stored a lot of liquor that she displays, even though we don't really drink liquor. I guess she just likes to have a display. And wine glasses and things like that. And it's actually made there on it to where you can store wine bottles and everything as well. Anyway, I digress. They are down there right now emptying it out and cleaning it. And when the guys get back from lunch, we're going to start transferring some furniture into the house. We absolutely are. So they're doing that. They're cleaning out the matching buffet that goes to that. And we'll transfer up the dining room table as well and put everything in place that is dining room associated. We've been removing some temporary camera locations and taking those down in the wires, and we're putting up permanent camera locations right now, and we were successful and got a couple of those done, and we're going to work on doing more. Yeah, so the garage apartment is about to end, and it's been a long journey, and I think this is the end of the road for it, don't you, Mal?
Yes, the end of the road.
The end of the road for the garage apartment. Over the next couple of days, 2 or 3 days, we're going to be removing all the stuff out of here, and I'll tell you what, I'm excited for it. I am. It's kind of bittersweet too, because we've had a lot of great memories that we've even made here in this garage, at this garage apartment. And so, of course, we built a whole house to even have more memories, but it doesn't change the fact of all the good times and the closeness and the comfort we had right here with everybody. But that is the way that it goes, and I am very excited to remove this temporary wall and that temporary wall, and this is about to be a garage again. Woohoo! Man, I am excited for that. And I need to take this TV down because that's the one that's going to be in the living room. That's going to be where we can monitor our cameras for a security system there in the living room. So meanwhile, let me show you this here. The floor is done in this room down here. Now this one is going to be an accent wall right here. So I don't want any kind of skim coat or texture or anything on it. I'm going to give it a really nice styling. But check this out and tell me what you think about this. This is some of that, it looks like a marble, as you see, tile. These pieces come 4 foot long, 2 foot wide. I bought 2 pieces. 2 pieces was 1,800 and something pesos. So I don't know, $36 to $38, somewhere around in there. And we made this beautiful countertop here out of it. And I'll come back and buff this edge. I've got a buffer for buffing this kind of stuff, for granite and I'll just buff this edge down through here. We're still gonna fill this little back piece right here. We're gonna cut some strips and put in, and I've got an edge trim that goes in right here that we'll come back and finish that out and touch it up. But I think that looks beautiful personally, and man, how much cheaper could you get, you know? Basically 40 bucks, and you've got such a nice, durable, just beautiful countertop. And this is nice, thick tile. I bet these are probably a 1/2 inch thick. Really strong stuff, real good quality. Good quality. And I think that is going to work out just absolutely perfect. Then later, I'll build in the cabinet underneath it as well. So y'all tell me what you think about that. Does that look good to you? This is gonna be like a little kitchenette in these guest rooms that people can rent. It's gonna be a pretty good size guest room. I'm gonna tell you what, Mel and I, we've been to condos and we've rented rooms in condos that this is the space the whole entire condo have that people lived in. The bed and the living room, you know, bedroom, living room is all kind of the same. It had a little small kitchen area and a CR, and that was it. So it's pretty amazing that this is the size really of a condo. On these rooms, I'm not going for a budget, low cost room. I'm gonna give it really nice fixtures, king size bed, very comfortable mattress. You see, I'm doing these counter stuff nice. I'm gonna do the shower, everything nice. Everything's gonna be top notch in here. And you're gonna have the view of the beach right out here. Excluding our laundry, that's only there temporary. We will be hanging our laundry up on top of the house here soon. That is all gonna end, and this will all be cleaned up. And so you'll be here at this room, you'll have the nice ambience of the beach. And that right there, just look at that beautiful view. That right there is part of what you're gonna get. Over here at the fish pond, Miller is being inside, as I said, down in there grinding and getting it all prepared, and he'll be getting that coated hopefully here soon. But I'm not gonna rush him. I can't let him go too long because we've got to make things timely, but let him work on it here a little bit more, and I'm gonna tell him wrap it up, clean it up, and let's get it coated in good right there. And also here, you see there's that pond. There's my original pond. It's covered up right now. And then next to it, we're building 2 little small ponds. And these are gonna be breeder tanks right here. And I wanted 2 different ones, not saying I'm gonna be breeding 2 groups at the same time, or I may be breeding 2 different things. One of them, I may have some small shrimp fry in, and the other one I may have tilapia in. So whatever I choose to do on that, that's probably what'll happen. And I will most likely add a 3rd tank in right there. I've got a pipe that I put in that I'm gonna have to reroute. It's not that big a deal. I'll do it later. And then my plan is straight across from the end of that tank to the end of this one to make 1 more small breeder tank right in there, just to utilize it, even it all out, and to just gain all the space that I can. And maybe there's something else that I want to grow, you know, you never can tell, and at least I'll have the space to do it. And that'll make this a nice square here, and there's a reason why I want this nice square here, and that'll come out later down the road. right now. So look here, I'm out here. I'm out here videoing for you guys, and look here, I have guests show up, man. That's pretty cool. What's your name?